If you're waking up every day working harder than you did last year, but somehow feeling further behind, you know this exact sensation. It feels like carrying a dead weight across an endless plane, where every step takes maximum physical and mental effort. Most of us diagnose this exhaustion as a single vague condition. We sum it up with phrases like being broke or struggling to get by, treating our finances like an inherited disease rather than a specific mechanical failure. But look closely at the math, and a paradox emerges. You are pouring intense, high-calorie effort into your days, yet your financial momentum is actually rolling backward. This single, blowy rock resists a targeted solution. Until the problem is broken down into its constituent parts, the effort spent carrying it remains undirected and ineffective. The heavy rock represents a symptom of an invisible environment designed to capture your potential and freeze your progress. Look at the text at the bottom of this illustration. It identifies the zone where earners get trapped, a strata of stagnation. 3 massive structural barriers actively maintain this stagnation. The circle text identifies them as the 3 mountains, weighing down these financial layers. Building wealth requires a complete change in tactics. It means stopping the blind, exhausted climb and looking analytically at how to dismantle these 3 specific structures. Escape demands that we shift our focus from fighting the symptom to deconstructing the systemic cause. We start with the first peak on the left. The text here translates to single income source, the input trap. This chart shows the rigid mathematical limitation of that trap. A single salary follows a flat, linear trajectory, while a diversified strategy targets the compounding curve of multiple streams. Relying on one employer creates deep financial fragility. A single layoff or market shift instantly reduces your total cash flow to 0. Moving to the second structure, we find the process trap. The label translates to an inability to manage money. This is the engine of backward flow. If your internal financial processing is broken, negotiating a higher salary mathematically fails. You are pouring water into a cracked bucket. Look at how this flowchart illustrates the drain. High-interest debt and uncontrolled expenses act as open valves, siphoning off the incoming cash before it can ever reach the savings and investment nodes at the bottom. Fixing these first 2 structures shifts you from a fragile wage earner into a resilient accumulator of capital. But the third obstacle operates entirely in the shadows. This peak reads money blocks, the psychological trap. These blocks are the subconscious scarcity mindsets you inherited, the hidden guilt associated with success, or the deep-seated fear of taking a calculated risk. You can build a dozen income streams and execute a flawless budget, but if your relationship with money is hostile, those mechanical advantages will collapse. Mental blocks trigger active self-sabotage. Right when progress is finally made, the subconscious mind intervenes, compelling you to pick that exhausting burden right back up because the struggle feels familiar. Financial psychology is the foundational layer. Without it, the math simply cannot hold. Zooming back out, the full illustration shows us a single interlocking trap. The mechanics of this ecosystem are ruthless. If you only dismantle the single income trap, the money management trap will still drain you. Leave the psychological trap intact, and it will eventually rebuild the other 2. Real momentum begins the exact moment you stop attacking the symptoms and coordinate a strike against all 3 structures simultaneously. First, actively build secondary income streams. Sever the dependency on a single employer. Second, establish strict cash flow rules to plug the leaks and reverse the backward flow of your capital. Third, audit your own beliefs about wealth. Confront and overwrite the scarcity mindsets that compel you to self-sabotage. Drop the dead weight of bad financial habits. Clear your money blocks. Diversify how you earn. Strictly manage what you keep, and break the mountains that are holding you down.